modified doubles event. Hi, my name is Scott Beveridge of Hawaii TV Bowling. This is our 10th week, and we're here at beautiful Aiea Bowl for the Aiea Bowl Open, sponsored by Mako Kobayashi. Hi, my name is Scott Mitamura, and here with me is committee member Mr. Scott Sayers. Scott?
Well, how you doing today, Scott?
Good.
I tell you, we had a bunch of high scores today. We had 9 700 series today, including a high of 770 by John Purtle. But again, the top qualifier is not on the TV show today.
Well, he lost in his second round of match play, right?
Yes, he did.
But, you know, we had a lot of big scores shot in match play, too.
Oh, I mean, we had 3 players on the show that averaged well into the 250s for the match play portion of the tournament.
That's just awesome bowling. And any 300s today?
No, but we had a 299 by Pat Sugimoto. He left a solid 9-pin in his final ball.
And that was in qualifying, right?
Yes.
But that's just, you know, we might be able to break the pot of gold on TV today.
Oh, we could.
And, you know, I think we could see some real big scores on TV.
Definitely.
Well, let's get to the top qualifiers today. In our first position, we have Mel Iha.
Well, Mel bowls here. He's very familiar with the house here. Very simple game. He doesn't try to loop it around too much. He goes, you know, fairly straight or with a slight angle to the pocket. Looking for his first title. He needs only 1 match to go to win that title.
Right, and he averaged over 250
Oh, yes,
in
he
match
shot
play?
268 and 246 in match play.
On his way to TV, beating me,
Yes.
of course, right? Okay, nice guy. Okay, I'll fix him later. Okay, seated second today is Eric Yuki.
Well, Eric's been on TV many times. He made TV last week, second consecutive appearance, and he, too, is looking for his first title.
It's amazing. Our top 2 seeds have not won a title yet, and they're veteran players, and I think we might have to buy another banner this week again.
It's a possibility.
Okay, seated third is Dennis Gonzalez.
Well, Dennis Gonzalez, he's won a TV title here previously, a few years back in the early 90s. He's back with us today, and, you know, he could be a factor in today's TV show.
You know, he's back from the mainland, and, you know, first tournament he comes in bowls, he makes the TV show. So watch out, he's always a threat. Okay, seated fourth today, Troy Miyashiro.
Well, Troy Miyashiro, he's a committee member. He's been bowling good all year long. Just unfortunate breaks here and there. He finally made it on TV, and
well, he has 1 title. He knows how to win.
So he's
he
looking
could
for
go all
number
the way.
2.
Plus, I hope he wins. Maybe he'll buy us dinner. Okay, seated fifth today, Kaleo Chung.
Well, this is our Big Island entry. He's already won 1 title. Very solid bowler from Hilo, and if anyone can go all the way, I think he can.
Well, he likes his house, and, you know, we had good representation for the outer island.
Yes,
you know,
we do.
the gang from Maui and from Hilo, and it's nice to see him coming out. And I think it would be nice, you know, Mickey won last week, took a title home to Hilo. Maybe Kaleo can do it again this week.
He could do it.
Okay, seated sixth today, Daryl Debibar.
Daryl Debibar is a very solid bowler. This is his second appearance on TV this season, and you know, he's looking forward for a win also.
Well, you know, Daryl is long overdue. You know, they're throwing the ball real nice. I watched him in match play. He's a big threat today. Okay, now in our King of the Hill match, we have reigning king Lance Kim.
Okay, well, this is our big hook bowler in the tournament here. You know, he's someone that's going to, as we always talk about, he's going to hook it from coast to coast and bring it back and get it into the pocket.
Well, you know, Lance struggled a little bit today, but I think he might have something now. And, you know, if anyone that could beat Glenn Jacinto to knock him off as king, you know, if Lance King can do it, he's going to be real dangerous. He could go a long way.
You know, and Lance said that he found something during the third game that kind of helped him out during that third game. And his advantage was he did get to bowl on the TV pair during qualifying.
Okay, now his challenger today is last week's champion, the high qualifier of last week's champion, Thomas Ching.
Well, the lefty on our TV show, one of the best lefties. I've always said it. One of the top lefties in the state. Lance is going to have a very tough match in Thomas. Thomas is a very accurate bowler, very solid competitor.
Well, it could be anybody's match.
Yes, it will.
Well, with that, let's get to the action. We'll be right back after these short messages from our sponsors. Today in our Boss Away King of the Hill match, we have reigning king Lance Kim against Thomas Ching. Okay, here we are at beautiful Aiea Bowl. Our first TV match today is our Boss Away King of the Hill match. And we have Mr. Thomas Ching starting off. Hi, my name is Scott Mitamura, and here with me is committee member Mr. Scott Sayers.
Well, Scott, I think we're going to have a really good match here today between Lance and Thomas. Get our first look at Thomas Ching today.
Okay, our challenger is starting the match at lane 5. Solid in the pocket.
Way to start a match. Great shot.
Some of the left-handers had a little harder time today. But I think Thomas might have found something.
I think he did. He looked pretty lined up during the warm-ups on the TV pair here.
Okay, this is our first shot of Lance Kim on lane 6. Remember now, last week he knocked off the big guy, Glenn Jacinto.
Well, he bowled really good last week.
Okay, Lance is playing the 20 board. Comes in high, leaves the 4-pin.
Yeah, 9-pin showed a little bit there too. Could have been a 4-9.
Could have been.
Okay, well, Lance is married. His wife's name is Ramona. He has 3 children, Ranson, Leah, and Lexus. He's employed by Olaloa as a painter and maintenance, and he also lists on bowling as his other occupation. Current high average of 225, previous lifetime high of 216, high series of 781. He has 2 300 games and 3, I'll make that 4 TV titles now.
Wow. He lists bowling as an occupation.
Oh, yeah, I guess he makes enough money with it.
I list bowling as my expense.
Well, we're on the same boat here then. It's been getting pretty expensive for me.
I wish I could be that good.
Well, among bowling accomplishments, Lance puts on placing 12th in the 1994 PBA Regionals and also 16th in the 1995 PBA Regionals, both bowled at Leary Bowl.
And one of those was at my expense too.
He beat you?
Yeah. and I told him I was gonna spare him to death. Okay, watch this shot. Trips out the 10. And you know what happened? I threw all spare game against him. Wasn't enough.
Well, it seems like a lot of people have been beating you lately, though.
Oh, yeah. That's not hard. Especially when there's 2 against 1. The opponent and myself. Okay. Thomas Singh crossed in about the 17 board and solid in the pocket. Starts out with the double.
And he's kind of smiling after that shot. I mean, he got it in a little bit in the ball-held pocket.
And I think he found something. And, that's a similar shot that I was playing on the right side that I felt the left-handers had. And he's found that little strip of oil where if you don't circle around it too much, you just kind of bump it out to the track area. You stay in play.
And you and I were talking about it earlier where it seemed like there was an out of bounds, slightly outside of 10. But if you keep it inside of 10, there seems to be a strip of a little bit more of a drier area.
Right. And it looks like Thomas kind of stuck at the line there. But I think he's kind of playing right in that zone where he can just kind of float the ball into that. It's like a strip shot, sometimes you see on the tour, where there's oil, there's a dry area, there's an oily area, and you just put your drive to your outside. Okay, Thomas going for a spare. And covers the spare. Okay, we got a scoring miscalculation here. Take a few seconds to readjust it. But today, if Lance wins his second King of the Hill title, he will receive $100 Boss Away gift certificate. And of course, if Thomas wins, he will receive a $50 Boss Away gift certificate. So if you ask Glenn Jacinto, he'll tell you that they add up.
Oh, definitely. He's gotten a lot of stuff from Boss Away ever since he was winning those gift certificates.
And, he became a household name,
Practically.
He lands right over the 20. Oh, ball comes in high. Leaves a 4, 6, and a 10. He hit the arrows, but the ball just did not get to the break point.
And it looked like he might have thrown it just a hair slower than the previous 2 frames. So in fact, he had come up a little bit high in the first frame anyway.
Okay, there's a replay. In cross lane, hard and straight. As much as Lance hooks the ball, in the past, one of Lance's problem areas was the spares. And he's really mastered straightening that ball out for spares, and he's a top bowler,
He's worked very hard on his spare game the last few years, and like you just mentioned, it's paying off for him really well.
It's really, he's someone to be reckoned with now in match play.
And also, he's been trying to work on his mental game also.
Oh, we all know he can throw strikes. And oh, look at that. Trips the 4 past the 9 pin. And that was a good shot there, coming a little high. Should be a routine spare for him. Okay, right now, Thomas Ching has a 20-pin lead after 3 frames. He's hooking him for the 9 pin. Whoa. Did the ball hit that out of bounds area?
Looked like a little bit of oil. And also, he is switching to a urethane ball for his spare attempt, so might have just caught a little bit of oil down. It looked like kind of did a double move, did it?
Okay, let's see if Thomas can extend his lead here. Okay, good concentration. Okay, over the 18 board, got it in, and it goes Brooklyn. Big strike.
Who said the right side isn't blocked?
Right side's blocked. Yeah. You know, and that's one thing about when the left-handers have to get in, meaning on the right side of the approach, they'll sometimes drop the ball in the dry area that the right-handers create. So it gets a little touchy there.
And also a lot of left-handers, they're not used to playing as far in as Thomas is playing.
Well, that's one thing about Thomas. He can go up the rail, he can point it, he can go in and circle the ball. So
very versatile player.
Yeah, very versatile. And there's the mixer, not carrying the 10 pin though.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of lost it off of his hand too. He had that double bounce going into the lane. Okay, some information on Thomas. He is married. His wife's name is Laurie. Has a son, Ikaika. He's employed by Hawaiian Electric Company as a meter reader. Has a current average of 210, a lifetime high average of 225, 300 games, 800 series with a high of 822. He's won 5 tournament titles. Also the Bud Light. And he'd like to say thanks to John Perto for drilling his bowling balls. Also aloha to Council of Hawaiian Electric, and aloha to Jamie and Khalil. And also to the meter reader gang and Tony and Terry.
All right. Okay, Lance Kim is down by 20 pins. Let's see if he can get some strikes here. And there it is, big strike.
Okay, he looked a little firmer with the speed there and got it out just a hair more.
It looked like he, with that extra speed, he was able to get that ball down to his breakpoint area. See, it's down at 40 feet. The ball makes the turn, back in the pocket.
Okay, continuing with Lance here, he is he's also won the Tournament of Champions.
That's right, Tournament of Champions.
And he also placed 3rd in Hawaii's richest bowling tournament. And he would like to say thank you to God, his mom and dad, his wife Ramona, and his kids. Also to his friends, Ricky Laguana, Chad Poas, Dara Galisa, and Joe Boy and the gang at Schofield. And he would also like to say thank you to Precision 300 and also to his coaches, Rick Cahill and Ken Reynolds.
Okay, there's a big strike. Big, big double. Cuts the lead of Thomas Ching down to 10.
Yeah, that brings Lance right back into the match. Very important double there.
Right, anybody's match. Okay, Lance has the double, 5th and 6th frame. Thomas Ching going up in his 6th frame, so middle of the match here, anybody's game. Okay, right over the 17 ball. Oh, ball comes in a little light and leaves a 7th in. Looked like a pretty good shot. Got the ball longer down the lane.
Looked like a really good shot. So by getting the extra length down.
I like this, what Thomas does right now. He throws an old rubber ball for his spare.
Old 3-dot.
Is it an Amp-Flight or something? Do they still make those balls?
Not that I'm aware of.
And he hooks it for the 7th. That's hook it for the spare with a rubber ball.
Yeah, well, it's one of those balls that you can hook it as much as you want, and it ain't going to do very much.
You know, I have one of those,
Well, how far in your closet do you have to dig to get it?
Not very far. It's always out there. I'm always tempted to throw it.
Well, you need something that goes pretty straight. You hook it too much.
I don't think so. Now Thomas back with his reactive bowling ball.
Yeah, just to give you an idea as to how deep Thomas is playing, he's standing on about the 30 board, crossing the third arrow.
Okay, gets the big mixer. He's pretty far in, and I think Lance Kim is probably real deep too. He's probably against the ball return.
Well, that's a normal position for Lance.
Normal, but that's where he starts off. Okay, here's a mixing shot from Thomas, head pin, coming off the sideboard and tripping out the 5 and the 6 spin.
You know, I always tease Lance, always tell him he has 3 types of games: hook, and more hook yet.
Well, actually, he's not that far left. He's standing in the middle of the lane, and I think he's going to drift a little left.
He drifts about 5 boards left.
Okay, crossing the 18 board, and ball not coming back, and there's that out of bounds, because he swung it out to maybe about the 8 board, and you get it past the 10, and it just kind of doesn't really want to come back.
Because everything on that shot looked really good. I mean, he had good speed, he had good rotation, clean release. He just got it out just a hair too far, and as you said, he caught the out of bounds. Well, he's sticking with his regular ball here, going for this spare attempt. Hooking it into the spare.
Okay, off the strike line, covers the spare. Trails by still 10 pins after 6 frames. Trails by 10 pins. Now, I think the 2 bowlers will warm up for the 10th frame of this match.
Well, this is a Yale Bowl also, and we had high scores all day today, and I expect to see a few of them during the TV finals here.
I think so. Okay, the winner this week will go on and face the champion today. Okay, Lance, solid in the pocket, big strike in the 8th frame. So the winner of the King of the Hill match today will face our champion of today's tournament, and it will be over at Kalihi Bowl next week.
For the Senior Open.
There's a solid strike.
Speaking of next weekend, you're going to be bowling in the Bud Light Hawaii Match Game Championship, aren't you?
Yes, sir. There's going to be the Bud Light Masters tournament here at the Aya Bowl. And the winner gets all expenses paid trip to Reno to represent the state of Hawaii in the Masters tournament. And Thomas Shin comes in a little high, leaves a 6 spin. And Thomas is last year's defending champion, and it was a pleasure to him joining us this year on our trip to Alabama. So I believe he's coming up again with us, and let's see who else is going to come. We're getting a big contingency from Hawaii.
Yeah, in fact, I was just going to ask you that you have a pretty big group that goes up with you every year now.
It's starting to. It was just my wife and I for a while, so it's nice to have friends coming up.
Makes it go by a lot easier.
And Thomas covers the spare. So, of course, that tournament will be here at Aya Bowl next week, Sunday, and hopefully get a lot of bowlers here. And, that's kind of why we held this TV stop here, and let the bowlers get a chance to get a feel of the lanes and come back next week for that big tournament. And, of course, we strategically planned our seniors event so that we don't conflict with each other.
And of course, you guys will be bowling while probably myself and a few other people will be doing the TV bowling at Kalihi Bowl next week.
And Thomas comes in high and trips the 7 pin, and that kind of looked like a Glenn Azumi shot.
Well, he's kind of smiling about that one too.
And that was a key frame there. That's a 9th frame. That sets up a possible 227 game for Thomas Ching.
And also we have the possibility of a tie match also.
Okay, Lance Kim up in his 9th frame. If he strikes out, he throws 4 strikes, 9th to 10th frame. The worst he can do is a tie. So really, Lance has his destiny in his own hands. Okay, covering the 17 board, and big strike. Okay, big double.
You know, both of these bowlers know each other very well. They both bowl in Monday Night at Leary Bowl. You know, they're both tough competitors, and you always hear their names being called during the course of a league night there.
Okay, Lance Kim coming up into the 10th frame.
Trying to find the right grip for the ball.
He crossing about the 22 board, and he likes it. Solid in the pocket, 3 in a row. We're gonna have a match. The match is on.
And basically what it sets up is whatever Lance does in the 10th frame, Thomas needs to do exactly the same thing just to get a tie.
Exactly right. 2 more strikes, and he'll force Thomas Ching to throw 3 strikes in the 10th to tie. Okay, while Lance is getting ready, I just wanted to thank the gang over at Boss Away for being such a great sponsor for our the Hill tournament. And Lance keeps solid 9-pin. Solid 9-pin. Scott, what do you do for that?
Well, it was a good shot. I mean, there's
Go Brooklyn.
not much you can do when you leave something like that.
The power of the reactive urethane ball. Okay, with the spare here, he will finish with a 216 game. And, okay, he misses it. Lance Kim finishes with a 215. Okay, that sets up Thomas in the 10th. Must throw the first strike. He must throw it.
You know what that open from, what that miss by Lance did also was if Thomas gets a strike here, if he gets 9 in the second ball of the 10th and picks up the spare, he wins by 1 pin.
That's right. Pin count, very, very important.
Yeah, so that could be a very costly mistake there by Lance.
Thomas needs a strike now. Over the 18 board.
Yeah,
And comes in late, leaves a 7-pin. Okay, Thomas Ching will fall short today. The spare hero, he'll finish 207 or so. Needed that first strike. So Lance Kim will go on next week to bowl our champion today. And he will go to Kalihi Bowl next week and go for his 3rd victory for our Boss Away King of the Hill.
Well, a really good match by both bowlers here too.
And Thomas carries the strike. Okay, winner of our Boss Away King of the Hill match, Lance Kim 215 over Thomas Ching 207. Stay tuned for our first TV match after these important messages. Mr. Larry Sechrist. Once again, this is Scott Mitamura, and we have Scott Sayers on my left.
And we're going to get our very first look at Clarence Sam Chang, first time on TV.
The man of many names.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see where he's playing. About the 18 board. Ball comes in light, gets a good mix.
Good opening shot there.
First time on TV, he doesn't seem nervous at all. And we have a veteran player here. In fact, half of our defending champion team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Joe Vendiola.
Joe Vendiola and Glenn, defending champions.
Okay, comes in light, gets the mix, not carrying the 7.
Okay, well, today during qualifying, Joe Vandiola shot games of 163, 192, and 220 for a 575 series. Glenn backed that up with a 217, 184, 158 for a 559 series. They had a total of 1134, which placed them in 20th place. In their first match, they defeated Mike Onaka and Leonard Sumile, 180 to 177, and then defeated Matsuru and Miyashiro, 218 to 131. 5-game series of 15-32, and that gave them the number 6 position on TV.
You know, this team shot really steady games. You know, nothing real spectacular. You know, worked well as a team and just shot real steady. And you know, that's the key for Hickam Bowling Center. Okay, Glenn's the 15 board, solid strike. I think he's warming up.
You know, I think after the King of the Hill match, he did punch out in the 10th frame on lane 5. Took all his warm-up shots for this match here on lane 5, and he looked really lined up. And so this could be a tough match here because once Glenn gets lined up, he never stops striking.
It seems like it. Okay, Keith Hiane crossing the 18 board, solid in the pocket. You know, we've seen Keith play that outside line, but Keith is way in today.
Yes, Keith is a very versatile player. It's a very simple game, nice, fluid, free arm swing, and that allows you to play a lot of different places on the lanes because when you have a muscled swing, you have a tendency of, you know, not being confident in certain types of shots. But Keith, being the type of bowler he is, he's a very, very accurate bowler, and he can play anywhere on the lanes. Very versatile player.
Hey, Sam crossing the 17 board. Oh, ball comes in a little behind, leaves the window. 1, 2, 4, 10.
Yeah, it looked a little fast, a little off balance, just got off his hand a little bit too quick, didn't get the fingers in the shot. Well, during qualifying today, Clarence Chang shot games of 189, 192, and 156 for a 537. Keith backed that up with a 183, 213, and a 202 for a 598 series, and that gave him 1135.
Okay, going for the window. Ooh, comes a little high, leaves a 410. Open frame for the team of Chang and Hiane. Hey, Joe Vendiola. He's working on a strike by his partner, Glenn Jacinto. Can take a lead with a strike here. Give him a double. Hey, Joe's going right up the 10 board. And solid in the pocket. And he ran it out into Glenn's lane. Big double.
Okay, let's see if Glenn can keep the string going here. Glenn Jacinto is married. His wife's name is Erica. He has one daughter, Crystal Marie. Has a current average of 207, a lifetime high of 217. He has 2 300 games, 3 800 series with a high of 831.
Okay, just got it slightly inside the 15, leaves a 6 and a 10.
Okay, Glenn's been on TV 7 times. He's won 2 titles. Bowls in 3 different houses. Bowls at Kalihi Bowl on Tuesday nights, Pearl Harbor Wednesday nights, and at Leary Bowl Friday nights.
Okay, hard and straight for the spare. Oh, ball tails on him. Covers a 6 and a 10.
You know, among Glenn's accomplishments, he placed 7th in the PBA Western Regionals at Aea Bowl. Placed 1st in a high cal tournament in Las Vegas in 1995, and he has 2 TV titles. I'd like to thank his wife Erica and his mom and dad, and also Precision 300. And also say hello to the big heads, George and Raylene Roller, and Linda Painter.
Keith inside on the 18 board, solid in the pocket. Okay, right now, the team of Chang and Hiane have a 16-pin lead. And with another strike here, can go to 26 pins.
You know, during match play to the team of Chang and Hiane, in their first match, they defeated Lance Kim and Larry Seacrest, 196 to 185, and went on to defeat Manny Jardine and Jamie Matos, 201 to 185.
They were our tournament leader, too.
They shot 12.46 for the 3-game qualifying. That's
wow.
Matos and Jardine. But that gave Chang and Hiane a 15-32 series, which placed them tied. But due to the pinfall in qualifying, they received the number 5 position, which at this point doesn't really matter because they're in our first match.
First TV match, right. Okay, Clarence Chang lifts a solid 7-pin. Actually, the only difference it made was the choice of starting lane. The higher seeded team can choose what lane they want to start on.
Okay, Joe Vandiola is married. His wife's name is Angie. He has 2 children, Arnold and Sam.
Okay, right up to 10 board, rips the rack out. And the senior player is showing some power.
Great shot, really clean with the release.
Oh, that was an awesome shot.
Yes.
Just going right up the 10 board, hard and straight.
He's getting ready for our senior tournament in a couple of weeks.
I think so. In fact, let's plug our senior tournament. It's going to be over at Kalihi Bowl in 2 weeks. It'll be our Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
And we will be at our Masters qualifying tournament over at Aya Bowl, but our TV tournament will be running yet. We hope. No,
just a matter of who's going to be here.
Yeah.
We're getting back to Joe Vandiola. He's employed by the U.S. Navy Public Works Center as a heavy equipment operator. He has a current average of 190, a lifetime high of 210, high game of 290, high series 767. He's been on TV 3 times with 1 TV title.
Okay, Glenn Jacinto chops the spare, and that'll put him in some trouble here. Okay, the team of Chang and Hiyani can step up and take the lead now.
Okay, well, Keith is married. His wife's name is Violet. He has one son, Sai.
Comes in high, trips the 4-7, and Sai is dancing in the aisles out here.
He's employed by the Associates Financial Services, great sponsors for us. Has a current average of 214, a lifetime high of 217, no 300 games. He has a 299, high series of 775. He's been on TV 18 times, 5 titles. Bowls Monday night at Aya Bowl and Tuesday night at Leeward Bowl.
Okay, Clarence Chang, big double, solid in the pocket. All right, they take, wow. Let's see, they take a 6-spin lead now. The tide has turned. 6-spin lead after 6 frames. Hey, Joe Vandiola needs to keep striking for his partner. Right up to 10 again.
Shot.
And trips the 10 pin.
That looked like a really good shot as soon as he released.
Oh, he is throwing the ball. Awesome. Just clean, right up the boards.
Joseph would like to thank the staff of Hawaii TV Bowling and also to his loving family for all their support.
Watch the shot. Look at the 6-spin. Rattling around in the channel. Pops up to take out the 10. Okay, the senior player is holding up the open player. Come on. Let's see what Glenn Jacinto does. Okay, swings a 15 board. And there's a big double. And both teams are fighting for the lead here.
And Glenn got the trip of the 10 also there. Very similar hit to what Joe had in the previous frame.
Oh, this is just, match play to its fullest. One team coming back with a double, the other team coming back also.
Look at the accomplishments of Keith Hiyani. He's all-Hawaii match game state champion in 1971.
And Keith comes in high, gets a 3-bagger. And that looks like a Glenn Azumi shot.
Yeah, and Glenn's not here either.
Oh, let's tease him some more then.
State match game champion in 1970. State doubles champion 1995 with Danny Parsons. And let's take a look at this replay here.
Ball comes in high. Look at that. That's the banana opener or some can opener or whatever you call it. It was a strike.
As long as it looks good up there.
Okay, Clarence Chang going for 4 in a row. Comes in light and gets the mixer. 4 in a row for the team of Chang and Hiyani. And she's got not much time to do bios, huh?
Action is hot and furious.
Well, they have the lead yet. They still have a, let's see, an 8-pin lead. Okay, Joe Vandiola strikes here. They're back in the game, right up to 10 again, and solid in the pocket. And what a match. We've got a match here. Okay, coming up in the 10th frame. This is to take the lead. Glenn Jacinto throws a strike here. They will take an 8-pin lead.
Man, what better anchor man to have but Glenn Jacinto.
Okay, right up to 15. Got a little in, and ball crosses over. Leaves a 6-pin. Leaves a 6-pin. Okay, he's got to get this spare here. Spare will put them in the 2 teens. Pin count is really important here. Extremely important here because they have a 1-pin edge on their pin count. Because, let's see. Very, very close game. Pin count is real important. Okay, they can finish with a 2-13 game. He
Getting
gets
it way out.
Wow, ball does not finish. Looks like he hit the out of bounds. Leaves a 1-2-4. The team of Bendiola and Jacinto finish with a 2-10 game. Okay, this really changes everything because Keith Gianni doesn't even need a strike. A 9-count spare strike will win it for them. He comes in high and carries a 10-pin. Look at that. 6-pin just slapped the top of the 10-pin down. And the team of Chang and Gianni will go on to face the team of Moore and Campbell, the 2 Navy men.
And that could be a pretty tough match, too.
I don't think there's going to be any easy matches today. And they're back in the pocket, solid. And, you know, Keith came in high. Let's see, it was in the 8th frame. And looks like he made an adjustment on his feet further left. And he just dead locked in. And, you know, Keith is an outside player generally. And that just goes to show you what a versatile player he is. He's gone pretty much out of his game, his A game, and he's just putting it right there. Comes in light, leaves the 7-count. Okay, winner of our first TV match, the team of Chang and Gianni, 239 over the team of Bendiola and Jacinto, 210. Stay tuned for our second TV match after these important messages. To recap the action in our first TV match, the team of Chang and Gianni, 239 over the team of Bendiola and Jacinto, 210. In our second TV match, we have the team of Moore and Campbell against Chang and Gianni. Okay, here we are back at Hickam Bowling Center. This is the Precision 300 Open sponsored by Larry Sechrist. Once again, this is Scott Mitamura, and with me is Scott Sayers to do the color.
Oh, we had a heck of a match in our first match, didn't we?
Oh, boy, the crowd's still buzzing about that match. Great match. Okay, first shot for Tom Moore. Oh, comes in high, leaves a 6-10. And boy, that looks like a Glenn Azumi shot.
Had a lot of those today so far. Had a few of those anyway. And Glenn's on here to defend himself, so we can razz on him a little bit.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, Keith Gianni's first shot on lanes. 6 up to 18 board and little high in the pocket, leaves the 4-pin. And what a comeback. I mean, whew, that was a good match.
You know, Keith needed to throw a couple of strikes on the 10th and put him right there. You know, I want to kind of finish up on some of Keith Gianni's bowling accomplishments. He's the state OBA singles champion. Won the state all events title once. He's been in a state OBA TV team events championship team 5 times. He's been a doubles champion 7 times, and he also represented Hawaii in the 1972 U.S. Open in Minnesota.
Well, lots of talent there, Keith Gianni, and then, you know, he's really coming to of age in Hawaii TV bowling. Just excellent. Okay, Clarence Chang a little bit in on the shot, and well, the ball held the line. Got in the pocket a little light, and kind of had the blower 5, but it went in front the 7-pin. That ball held for him.
Okay, well, Clarence is retired from Hawaiian Electric. He has a current average of 190, a lifetime high of 206, high game of 288, a high series of 725. Currently bowls in leagues at Mac Bowl. He's a doubles champion in 1973 in the handicap division.
Covers the spare.
With Charles Terokina. Entered 2 high roller tournaments, and most of all, making his first TV appearance. He lists those among his bowling accomplishments.
All right. It's nice to hear that our tournament is an accomplishment for some bowlers. Okay, first shot for Don Campbell. Going over to the Brooklyn side. And leaves a 9-pin.
Well, Don is married. His wife's name is Sunny. He has daughters Jenny and Terry. Also grandsons Andrew and Joy. Currently employed by the U.S. Navy. Current average of 195, which is also his lifetime high. He has a high game of 288. High series of 684.
Well, tails on him, and he misses the spare.
No, that may be costly, but it's still early in the match.
Still early in the match.
He put off, in our current leagues participating in, he puts lots.
I think Don bowls here, doesn't he?
I believe so. And among his bowling accomplishments, he just says having fun. And also like to thank all of his Hawaii teammates.
All right. Okay, Tom Moore goes a little high on lane 5. Leaves a 10-pin.
Okay, Thomas Moore is married. Not married. His significant other's name is Jenny. He has 3 children: Laurie, Judy, and John. Employed by the subship San Diego, and he misses a spare.
And what's happening here? You know, I know these both players are good spare shooters, and I wonder if first time on TV they gonna cut it short sometimes.
Probably, it could be a little bit of nerves. Of course, I've never bowled on TV before, so who am I to say anything?
You haven't made it on TV yet, Scott?
No, I haven't.
What are you doing behind the mic then? What do you know?
Well, I have to get on TV somewhere.
I see. And people always tell me that. What do you know? You're always behind the mic. And Keith Ianni, like a good match play bowler he is, comes up with a big strike. I think the team of Moore and Campbell can come back. They'd be in good shape. And watch the shot. 10 in the pit. And, they know this house, so I think as the lanes change, they'll have an advantage. They go pretty straight.
Mm-hmm. They don't cover a lot of boards, so their mistake area is less.
And Clarence Chang sends it out a little wide, leaves the 1-2-4.
Okay, Clarence would like to say thanks to Keith Ianni, the Lone Ranger, for helping him get on TV.
Lone Ranger, I will give him a nickname. Keith, the Lone Ranger Ianni, for the commercial.
And he'd also like to thank Scott Mitamura for encouraging him to keep on trying.
Not encouraging. I was teasing him. That's not like me to encourage. I always harass and tease.
He also like to say thank you to Raymond Shimamoto for driving him here.
Oh, that means, Ray's still here. In fact, Ray Shimamoto and Eric Yuki are our tournament leaders.
Yes. And they could very well meet up in the finals.
Okay, Don Campbell up on lane 6, and there it is, back in the pocket. Big strike. Okay. That looked like the release that he was doing all day. Let's see if they can come back with a double here. And double will put him right back in the match here. In fact, strike here will give him a tie.
Mm-hmm.
It will be tied.
Very tight match. Well, Thomas has a current high average of 185, a lifetime high of over 200. High game of 279 with an 814 series.
And there's a big double. I knew they'd come back. I know they know this house. They go really direct. They really go at the pocket. Kind of like the old Glenn Azumi. Just attack. Maybe the Navy men are like that, real aggressive. They just attack the pins here.
Okay, well, Keith would like to say thanks to his wife, Violet, his son, Cy, and also to the associates for sponsoring him, and also to Hama for drilling all his bowling balls.
Oh. Okay, Keith Ianni coming a little high. He just leaves a 6-pin. Fortunately, no split. Okay, covers a spare. Pin count does not change. We're still tied after 5 frames. You know, this game is so strange. I mean, you could have the lead for like 1 frame and then it's gone.
All depends on the breaks you get when you hit the pins. And sometimes you make a bad shot here and there too.
Who, me?
Well, I make a lot of bad shots.
Who, me?
Well, you just get no breaks.
It's a big strike. I'd like to think that, but no. I threw the ball terrible today.
Okay, well, in qualifying today, the team of Moore and Campbell, Thomas Moore shot games of 207, 181, and 221 for a 609 series. Don Campbell backed that up with a 202, 188, and 171 for a 561 for a total 3-game series of 1170.
Okay, ball crossing over. 5-pin doing the weeble wobble, and they all fall down. 3 in a row for the team of Moore and Campbell. And like I was saying earlier, these guys are just steady bowlers. They know this house. What else did they shoot in match play?
Well, they had a couple of tough matches in match play. They had a 194 tie with Pagano and Segusio.
Oh, they're defending champions. They won here a while back.
Yes.
And little high, leaving the 4-pin. Good shot, though.
And in the roll-off, Moore and Campbell won 40-37. And they had a heck of a match in the match before TV against Denise Kalaola and Dwayne Watkins. They won that by 1 pin, 171-170.
Wow.
And I gave them a 5-game set of 15-35 and gave them the number 4 position.
Well, you know, that team of Kalaola and Watkins was a team that derailed myself and Christine Cato. In fact, they shot a nice 2-1 or 2-2 game against us. They came out with a good set. You know, like I was saying earlier, you know, they had a couple of splits early in the match. Started out with a strike. I thought, oh, wow, they're going to be easy. Oh, yeah? 8-10. Thank you.
And we'll leave it at that.
Say no more. Kitiani comes in high, leaves a 6-10. Yeah, Christine Cato, my partner, already went home. She had to go nurse her sore back.
She's going to take a nice hot shower or something, right?
Yeah, it needs a massage from Roz Okubo.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
In fact, I recommended her to Roz.
Yeah, carrying me all day, huh? Well, okay, Keith needs a spare. And cover the spare. Okay, they are trailing. Trailing by, let's see, 9 pins after 7 frames. Trailing by 9. 8th frame coming up. Critical time. Let's see who can finish the game. Clarence Sam Chang.
Very deliberate on the setup.
Okay, right over the 20 board. And look at that, rips the rack apart. You know, I don't know who is holding up who. I mean, the team of Jacinto and Vendiola. I mean, Joe Vendiola was just locked in. Okay, watch the shot. Watch him just split the rack apart.
Seems like the senior bowler has been holding up the open bowler.
So. And back it up pocket. Don Campbell. They can really start to extend their lead now. With another strike here, it'll be 19-pin lead with 1 more strike.
Thomas bowls in the Sunday Night Mixed Handicap League here at Hickam. Among his bowling accomplishments, he lists 2 all-spare games. He's won 1 Most Improved award, several high average trophies from the Navy a few years ago, and he also made the All-Navy team in 1967 and 68.
Wow. And you know, something that other people don't know is this guy grows nice orchids too.
Really?
He used to be a member of one of the orchid clubs. He used to be very active in the shows, and he displayed a lot of nice plants. Okay, covers a nice baby split there, conversion. And you know, that was a critical time to make that conversion. Very critical.
Okay, here's a replay there.
Perfect. That's perfect. Okay, the team Chang and Hiane, they need a strike here. strike here will give them, let's say, a 1-pin lead. If not, they will trail going into the 10th. Critical shot for the double.
And coming just a little high.
Little high, leaves the 4-7. Keith is not getting the hold like how he got in the previous match where the ball would go a little longer. It's kind of breaking before the pocket. And I don't know if he needs to move further left on the approach or change equipment. But the lanes seem to be in transition right now because he's hitting the target. Okay, they have a 160 in the 9th frame. They're still trailing by 9 pins. And Clarence Chang will finish the match. This is the 10th frame. Best they can finish is a 197 game.
You know, and to put any sort of pressure on the team of Moore and Campbell, Clarence basically needs to throw at least 2 strikes in a 10.
He needs to throw 2 strikes. He's locked in, though. Okay, right over the 20. He's right there, solid in the pocket.
Clutch shot.
Clutch shot. And look at Keith Heon. He makes a senior bowler carry the team. Oh, I tell you. How many titles does Keith have? He makes a senior bowler finish. Where is he? Is he kicking back, relaxing?
You know, I was hoping Alan Sugawa and Ed Shintani would make the televised finals today.
Oh, yeah, the team of old and older.
Yes.
I stole that line from you.
Well, you know, we can still jab them a little bit.
A little bit. Let's do it a lot.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
Okay, critical shot right over the 20 again. And trips the 4-pin. And Clarence is just putting it right there. Where is Keith? That dirty guy. Well, I can't talk, you know. But I think, you know, the modified player, the woman or the senior, was the one that was the key today.
Yes, it was.
Christine was my key all day. I rode her horse all day. She kicked me off at the end. Okay, pin count is real important. Really important. Needs them all. Right over the 20 again. And rips the rack out. The team of Chang and Heon finished with a 197 game. And with that strike here, he forces Don Campbell to double in the 10. A strike spare will not be enough. Look at this shot. Just rips the rack apart.
Okay, 5 into the 7.
Can't do it any. Look at that. Intensity. Okay, Don needs a double now. Going over and leaves the 5-9. Okay, even with a spare strike here, they will fall short. They're in the 190s. But because of that last strike, the pin count made all the difference. Just what a way to finish the game. Okay, Don covers a spare, and that puts the team of Moore and Campbell in the 190s, but they're going to be a little short today. Okay, coming up next, the team of Steve Araki and Derek Takahashi coming up. I think that'll be another close match.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, Don comes in high, leaves the 6 and the 10. Okay, winner of our second TV match, the team of Chang and Hiari, 197 over the team of Moore and Campbell, 192. Stay tuned, we have more action to follow. Okay, to recap the action in our first TV match, the team of Chang and Hiani 239 over the team of Bendiola and Jacinto 210. Second TV match, the team of Chang and Hiani 197 over the team of Moore and Campbell 192. Now in our third TV match, we have the team of Steve Araki and Derek Takahashi against Chang and Hiani. Okay, here we are back at Hickam Bowling Center. This is our third TV match of the Precision 300 Open, sponsored by Larry Seacrest. Once again, Scott on the right and Scott on the left.
Did you get your headset on now, Scott?
Oh man, I could do the opening without the headset. Thanks for telling me.
No, that's talent there.
The headset keeps the brains in. First shot for Derek Takahashi. And solid strike. Match is on. playing with his equipment, moving it around there. Okay, Keith. Keith is a dirt. I told him, wow, what were you doing when Clarence had to punch out in the thing? He said, well, I threw my spare. I was done. I was relaxing on the side. I said, yeah, I figured. He wasn't even there to give Clarence 5, for each strike. Okay, Keith Young changes balls. Comes in light, leaves the 2-7. And remember, I was kind of saying he's kind of, lanes are kind of drying up for him.
Yes.
And he did make that ball change. In fact, that is an old ball that he was throwing. A very old ball. I think it's an old Ebonite Crush. And I get scared when he throws that ball.
How old is that ball? About 4 years old now? Three,
we call it old, but it's not that old, yeah.
Okay, you're talking in terms of age.
Going for the spare, comes with 2-7. And what's your opinion about the reactive balls? Do they last as long as, say, like our old rubber balls or plastic balls?
Definitely not. The newer reactive balls, they soak up the oil so much quicker at such a higher rate of speed that the balls get saturated with oil. Plus, if you bowl on wood lanes, they get nicked up really easy. So the basic life of a resin ball is nowhere near like what a rubber, plastic, or urethane ball used to be.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's a good tip from Scott Sayers of Precision 300. So that means you should buy a ball every season then?
Well, that would be one way to look at it. Or bring your equipment in for resurfacing every so often.
I see.
The upkeep of these balls is so great. I mean, you have to upkeep it more often than you have to with the older type of balls.
Okay, covers the spare. And so you would advise, say after a tournament and you get quite a few games on it, you got this big bell stripe on the ball. Should it be resurfaced then?
Or at least cleaned and polished up. Or whatever surface that you normally have the ball at. For instance, if it's sanded, you want to clean it up, get the oil out of the ball, and re-sand it again. Or if you have it polished, keep it polished up real good.
And Steve Araki, first shot, big strike, and he has a double for the team of Takahashi and Araki.
And this team is making their first appearance on Hawaii TV Bowling.
Well, it doesn't look like it because they come out with 2 solid strikes in a row.
Okay, during qualifying, team of Araki and Takahashi, Steve Araki shot gains of 202, 213, 167 for a series of 582. Derek Takahashi shot 178, 177, 181 for a 536 series. Team total of 1118, and they ended up in a tie for 24th place, in which they had a roll-off with George Arroyo and Glenn Adams, and they won that roll-off 98 to 78.
Okay, Derek Takahashi covers the spare. We had quite a few ties today.
Oh, yes.
Kind of pushed us back on our schedule a little bit.
So we're running just a wee bit late here.
Just a little bit, as Eldon used to say, a tad late. I said, what is a tad?
Half of a tadpole.
Oh, okay. I don't know how you come up with these sayings. Yeah? Keith Yanis goes back to his other ball, goes back to his zone, and
goes up high.
Goes high. So, what do you think he should do?
Well, he could either stay with this particular ball here and just move his feet left and try and get it out a little bit further, or go with the ball that he's using now for a spare and just tighten up the shot a little bit more. A couple of ways to do it.
I wonder if I read Keith right. I think Keith may square up and go more right with that the red ball. Knowing Keith. Because he's at his best when he doesn't have to get that far in.
Yes, when he can go straighter up at the pocket, he'll knock the lights out all night.
And meanwhile, Clarence Chang is right at home. His house is Mac Bowl, and he loves that deep inside line. And swings it out, not coming back. And, Clarence wanted me to thank our good buddy over at Mac Bowl, Taro Miyasato, for he said all his patience. So I guess Taro's been helping him. And he says Clarence has a full roller release.
Yes, he does.
Now, aren't there special drillings that you need to do for
Yeah, basically
roller
there's only
bowlers?
there's only really two ways to drill it. Taking a look at a right hander, if you want a real stable type of reaction, you would put the pin at about 430 related to the center of gravity.
Ah,
And if you want to get a little more of a reactive type of drill where you can create more track flare, you put the pin at 730 related to the CG.
I see. Ah, okay. So all you full rollers out there, you guys need some advice on drilling and how to lay out the equipment, go see Scott over at Precision 300. That's right. Full roller players. There's not too many people throwing with the full roller release nowadays, is there?
Not very much. A lot of people have switched over to the what's called the traditional three-quarter roller now.
Here's the Iraqi. Covers the spare. Now, that's not to say that a full roller release can't be successful today.
No, especially with the drilling techniques that you have now, full roller can be competitive in today's environment.
I mean, Clarence Chang sure looks pretty good on lane 5 coming through in that last game. And nothing look, his carry's better than mine. I think I'm going to throw a full roller next week.
You're going to learn that release, right?
I think so, yeah. Maybe have you set up some balls for me. I can throw a full roller, you know.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I've tried. And for some reason, I can't seem to do it.
I actually can throw the ball a lot of different ways, but if you ask me if I can throw the ball well, anyway, I'd have to say no.
Okay.
Hey, I got to cut myself down because Christine's not here to do it for me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that she left because I would have had fun listening to that commentary there.
Uh-huh.
And of course, and when Troy and myself get on, then we always kind of help you out on that too, anyway. So
maybe we should get Troy on there. Where is Troy anyway? Keithiani switches to the red ball and kind of got it in. Leaves us 610. I knew he was going to throw that red ball.
It looked like he did go straighter, but just off target, if anything.
Looks like he picked up the speed on that and got it a little inside of target, yeah? Looked like he had a bigger swing.
Yeah, just a little bit. A little more acceleration through the downswing.
Keith going for the spare and covers the spare. Okay, so after 5 frames, the team of Chang and Hiani are down by 14 pins. They have spares in the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth frame. Team of Araki and Takahashi started out with a double and then 3 spares, so still a close match. I think they're going to save it for the end.
Like they did in the last match.
Okay, Clarence right over the 20 and back in the pocket. And, in Clarence's pocket, he gets a strike. He gets results.
Yeah, he's pretty good strike percentage there.
I think I had like about a 40% carry today.
Okay, in match play, team of Rocky and Takahashi defeated Ashley Hung and Greg Artaho, 223 to 197. And in the second match, they defeated Murakami and Inoue in a very tight match, 206 to 204. That gave them a 15-47 5-game series, and that put them in the number 3 position for TV.
Once again, they just bowled really, really steady, excelled at match play, knocked off the team of Guy Inoue and Les Murakami. I mean, they were bowling really, really well. Okay, Derek comes in high, leaves a 6-pin. Spare here, they'll maintain their 16-pin lead.
Okay, Derek is married. His wife's name is Sherry. Occupation is Love's Bakery as a driver. Has a current average of 189, lifetime high of 198. He has won 300 game, a 737 high series. Current league participating in is a BIA league. He's involved with the Windward Junior Bowling Program, Coach Richard Tanaka.
I remember Derek meeting him Hanabata days. He's very active in the Windward Junior program, and I was the rival, Polly Lanes. And Keith Iani changes to another ball. See, that's how much I know. And they're saying, there goes Lone Ranger. And, Keith went to his bag of tricks, and out came another ball. I threw 5 balls today. When you see me changing equipment, you know I'm in trouble.
Yeah, especially with 5 different bowling balls.
Okay, Clarence kind of got it out there. Looks like he kind of dipped his shoulder and the ball kind of got away from him. He's a 1, 2, 8, 10.
Like you said, he got a little bit fast, dropped the shoulder down a little bit. The ball got away from his ankle, meaning that he's further from his ankle than he normally is. And
lost leverage on the shot, yeah.
So when you do that, you can't get behind the ball. You have a tendency to come over the ball with your elbow also and just never get the ball rolling.
Okay, switches to a harder ball, and almost covers the window. Kind of not the traditional method, but Clarence has never been traditional, as he says. And almost gets it, but now they have an open frame, 144 in the 8th frame. Okay, Steve can step up here, and they can really start to stretch out their lead here. Steve right over the 20 board. Ball comes in high, leaves a 4, 6, 7. It looks like the lanes are kind of in transition right now.
Okay, Steve Araki is not married. His significant other's name is Winnie. He has 2 children, James and Noel, currently employed by the State of Hawaii Department of Transportation as a harbor inspector. Current average of 187, a lifetime high of 198. He has 2 300 games. Lifetime high series of 760. Currently participating in the HDEA Mixed League.
I think that league is over at Bolodrome, I believe.
Yes.
Bolodrome. Okay, Derek Takahashi up. Carries the Brooklyn strike. Team of Araki and Takahashi have a 7-pin lead after 8 frames.
Okay, Steve would like to say thank you to Shari and Derek Takahashi and also to Wes and Eileen Uchida.
Our good friends, Wes and Eileen. Okay, Keithiani coming up in the 9th frame. Very critical shot here. And solid in the pocket. And that blue ball, what kind of ball is that, Scott?
Looks like a sapphire zone.
It's right in there. He's getting a similar reaction to his black zone. And except he's getting more length with this ball. Is that due to the pearlized cover stock on that ball?
Well, I don't think that one's pearlized, but it's an older ball, and it does go a little bit longer by nature.
It looks a little pearlized. I don't know.
I didn't get a very good look at the ball, so it was a blue ball.
Yeah, blue ball. Yeah, okay. Clarence Chang gets the big double. They take the lead.
And you remember the last game he punched out in the 10th frame also.
Where's Keith again?
Sitting down relaxing.
Where is Keith? Where is he? What a dirty guy. Make the senior player put the pressure on him. I think Clarence should get 3/4 of the winnings. That's what I think. Maybe I'll split it up and give it to them that way. Okay, right around the 20 board. Solid in the pocket. 3 in a row for the team of Chang and Hiani. Okay, that'll put them in the 200s. Okay, watch his shot. No question, it's dead flush. Okay, that is going to force Steve Araki to throw the first one in the 10th. Okay, got a little high. Trips the 4-7, 4 in a row. The team of Chang and Hiani finished with a 2-0-4 game. And where is Keith Hiani?
Okay, we got Steve Araki coming up in the 10th. He needs a double here. Let me finish up on Derek Takahashi, who's Steve's partner here. He'd like to say thank you to Salsa and Marianne of Boss Hawaii and staff. Steve Araki for holding him up. Chris Kanemoto, he knows why.
The shot And,
And
oh,
the
the 10 pin, the 6 pin rattling around does not carry the 10.
And Steve would like to also, excuse me, Derek would also like to say thank you also to Mike and Estelle and also to his wife Sherry for all of her support.
In fact, Derek does work over at Boss Away. And
Yes, he does.
we'll check him out. And Steve tosses it in the channel, but nevertheless, they would have been short on this match. He needed the first strike. The team of Chang and Hyane victorious with a 2-0-4 game over Steve Araki and Derek Takahashi, 179. Stay tuned for our semifinal match after these important messages.
Okay, in our King of the Hill match, we have reigning king Kevin Achong against challenger Mel Dagdag. Okay, hi and welcome to beautiful Poly Lanes. And for our King of the Hill match, or Bossaway King of the Hill match, hi, I'm Scott Sears, and with me is Troy Miyashiro.
How's it going, Scott?
All right, Troy, how are we doing here?
Well, let's start it off. We know these guys can strike.
Yeah, we're gonna have a really good King of the Hill match. Again, our reigning king is Kevin Achong. He'll be going for his second win and a $100 Bossaway gift certificate. And he has a really tough challenger, Mel Dagdag, as he called him, Mr. 800.
Shot a 750 during qualifying today.
Okay, as you can see, Kevin taking a re-rack. Here we're getting ready for our first shot.
Kevin was my golf partner yesterday.
And how'd you guys do?
Won't go there.
Okay, opening shot. A big opening strike for Kevin Achong.
I think we're better off sticking to bowling.
Oh, is your golf score as high as your bowling score?
Almost.
Okay, and we're taking a look here at our challenger, Mel Dagdag. Okay, tough left-hander, I tell you what. He's been on a roll lately. Okay, and he gets a big mixing strike.
This guy is so smooth.
Okay, smooth approach, good footwork, good arm timing with the foot.
All you junior bowlers out there, watch this guy. This is the guy to watch.
Kind of comes around it with his wrist a little bit. Almost throws like a spinner, but you know, he's able to get it to work for him. Gets a lot of good mixes. Okay, crossing about the fifth board and gets a mix, but doesn't quite kick out the 10 pin.
Today, lane 5 was very tricky. A little tighter than lane 6 during qualifying.
Okay, and converts the 10 pin spare. And we have Kevin Achong coming up in his second frame, working on a strike.
On Kevin's bio, he's married. Wife's name is Cheryl. He has a stepson, Sean. He's employed by the U.S. Army at Fort Shafter.
Big strike for Kevin.
Current average 186. Lifetime high average 213. Lifetime high gain 299. Lifetime high series 752. Yeah, he's been on TV 15 times. He has 3 titles. Junior Bowling League, he bowled out of Wildlife Striking Spare. Junior bowling coach, Ted Chalk. Bowling accomplishments, winning 3 titles, runner-up in the 1995 International Match Game Championship. He'd like to thank his wife Cheryl, his mom, his family, Randy K., Derek Lee, Laura Kahn, and John Purtle. Also, Malu Golf Club, and Mel, Carla, Augie, Neil, Derek, and the other guys at IA Bowl.
Hey, a bunch of guys to thank there. And Kevin starts off with a 3-bagger. Okay, Mel getting it way out, and he gets it back and kicks a 7 out of there. Okay, and right now, Mel Dagdag trailing by 20 pins. Okay, watch how smooth his timing is here. He's swinging it out again. And, okay, gets a good break there. Just leaves a 7-pin. It could have been a 7-10 split. Okay, and again, if Kevin wins today, he will win a $100 Boss Hawaii gift certificate. And if Mel wins, he will receive a $50 Boss Hawaii gift certificate. So, and they add up too. I mean, the more you win, it keeps on going up by $50. After a while, if you win 3, 4, 5 of them in a row, you know, pretty soon you can have your whole locker filled with equipment.
Got to talk to Glenn Jacinto and Pat Sugimoto. They had their streaks going.
Oh, yes. You know, I'd like to thank Sauce and the gang down at Boss Hawaii for sponsoring the King of the Hill. They also sponsored our tournament last week. And Sauce Tabieros, Darren Wong, Charlie, and all the guys down there. Got a beautiful showroom, too. Okay, and Kevin goes a little high, leaves the 6-10.
I'd like to thank our new sponsors, Art and Science, Noli and April, for the banners. Folks need any artwork, lettering, banners, give them a call at 841-8591.
Yeah, once again, it's a beautiful sign that they got there, too. Okay, spare conversion. And they give Kevin a 18-pin lead going into the 5th frame.
You know, Scott, without the sponsorship, you wouldn't be here today.
Definitely, you know, I'd like to thank all the sponsors that have helped us out throughout the years. And again, like you said, without them, we wouldn't be here. Okay, a lot of loft. And comes a little light. And leaves a 2-8. And in case you're wondering why it's myself and Troy doing it today, it's because our tournament director and also TV commentator Scott Mitamura made it on TV again 2 weeks in a row.
He's making it a habit.
Okay, and converts really a tough spare to convert here, especially with the sleeper 8 behind there.
Mel's not married. He's employed by American Machinery. Current average 210, lifetime high average 221. He has 2 300 games. Number of 800 series, he has 6 of them. That's why we call him Mr. 800. Lifetime high series 821. He's been on TV 5 times, and he has 1 title, which he won last week. Dennis August.
On his birthday.
What a present.
Okay, getting it way outside again. Comes in light, gets the big double.
See how finesse his game is. He just lets the ball do the work.
Again, it pulls the match to within 6 pins. Hey, Kevin Ochong got 96 in the 4th. He's working on a spare in the 5th. Strike here, and he'll keep his lead at 6 pins. Okay, right over the second arrow, comes up a little high now, and leaves a 6-10. And after 3 opening strikes, it kind of looks like Kevin's having a little bit of a problem with keeping the ball on line now. The possibility of the oil carrying down or anything, or
seems like it's starting to break down for him.
Okay, and converts to 6-10. You know, Kevin's one of those bowlers that he's a big, strong bowler. He can generate a lot of loft on the ball, so he can overpower the lanes when he wants to. And but the other part too that is traditionally here at Poly, as the lanes broke down, as he got further into the tournament, the bowlers that could go a little bit straighter up on the outside tended to do better. So interesting to see what Kevin will do here.
Went harder.
And gets a big strike. A little harder with a little more loft also.
Just being him.
That's the mentality I had today. Of course, you still beat me out for a soda, so.
Got my revenge. I'm happy.
Okay, right over the second arrow. 3 in a row for Mel Dagdag.
And you know what, Scott? Tasted very good.
Oh, I bet it did.
Thank you very much.
Okay, with that strike, Mel Dagdag now takes a 6-pin lead. So really tough match here. I would, don't be surprised if it goes into the 10th frame.
Like you said, here at Poly Lanes, when you go straight up the boards, you tend to, score higher. I proved it today. Craig Imana shot a 300. He was going, looks like he was going straight up it, and he killed him.
Kind of struggled in the first couple of games, but came around the third game, big 300, so he gets half of the pot of gold. Okay, spare in the 8th frame gives Mel a 159 in the 7th frame.
During practice, lane 6 looked like Kevin was getting a little hard time. He'll probably go harder and straighter like what he did on lane 5.
Yeah, he gets a little more loft and a little more speed. And you called it there, but not getting the break. Leaves a solid 9-pin. Came up a little high in the pocket. If Kevin spares here, he can go for a possible 234. Mel Dagdag can go for possible 239. So still anybody's match here.
Lately we've been getting these matches where it goes down to the last, the last frame. And that's what you call a match. Who can handle the pressure?
Yeah, it makes for exciting bowling. It comes down to who can make the better shot. And sometimes it's not always who makes a better shot, because sometimes both bowlers make really good shots and, one will carry and the other won't. Okay, so Kevin coming up in the 9th frame. This is the important frame here. This is the leg frame. Okay, a little more loft, gets a little further out and gets a big mix. That's some power. Okay, Mel coming up in the 9th needs to strike to maintain his 5-pin lead. And 7-pin. Wow, tough break there.
Looks like he got down a little bit more in on lane 6 than he's playing on lane 5.
Yeah, caught a little more oil through the heads there. Okay, if he spares here and goes off the sheet in the 10th frame, Mel can finish with a 228. Kevin Achong going at a 214 pace, so we're still pretty tight here, guys. He gets it out. And another 7-pin.
That's what I noticed today when it looked like you execute a good shot, you tend to leave the corner. That's the problem I had today.
And I saw enough 7-pins for myself today.
You folks did really good today.
Yeah, we had a pretty good series going, especially the last game.
You almost made it again. Almost.
Almost made it. But once again, I'm here behind the mic.
I think next time, before you guys go up, I'm going to cut that hill for you. And you'll get over that hill.
Sounds good. Okay. Mel Dagdag finishing with a 217, and what this sets up, Kevin Achong must strike in the first ball in the 10th. Anything less, and Mel Dagdag will be our new King of the Hill champion.
We had a lot of fun yesterday golfing.
Maybe we can share some golf stories or something. Okay, gets it out and gets a big strike. Okay, so Kevin Achong remains our king of the hill. And he will go on to our Tournament of Champions next week, and he will challenge someone on the winning team today.
You know, yesterday when he was golfing, you know, we had a free round yesterday, and Kevin was teasing us. He said, you know, I still lost money because I lost a lot of balls.
Okay, solid 9, but still puts the match out of reach. Kevin can finish with a possible 223. Okay, I tell you what, guys, stay tuned because, you know, we got a really exciting format for our team event here. Baker system format. It's going to be a lot of fun. So don't change that station. Kevin picks up the spare. And our final score for the King of the Hill match, our Boss White King of the Hill match, Kevin Achong, 223. Mel Dagdag, 217. And we will be right back with our first TV match right after these important messages. Okay, in our first TV match, we have the Lyra Junior Bowling Club against the team of Gainois 5. Okay, hi, and welcome back to Poly Lanes for the Poly Lanes Team Event Open. Once again, I'm Scott Sayers, and to my left is Troy Miyashiro.
How's it going?
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting, folks. We use a Baker system format here, much like what they use in the World Team Challenge. First up for Lyra Junior Bowling is Mel Ishii, and he opens up with a strike.
This is something new. You think you're watching something different? It's not. It is Hawaii TV bowling. Just a different format today.
Okay, now for Gainoi's team is Peggy Chan, and she opens up and leaves a 7-pin.
You know what, Scott? No opening jitters for these guys.
I tell you what, they look pretty comfortable. You know, what's going to happen is, now if you notice on the back of each bowler, they have a number from 1 through 5. So in other words, bowler number 1 will bowl the first and 6th frames. Bowler number 2 will bowl the 2nd and 7th frames, and Peggy hooks by the 7-pin. So open frame for Gainoi's team. And so on. So each bowler bowls 2 frames in this match. And what's going to happen is after this game here, they're going to flip-flop and go to, you're going to go on the opposite side.
I thought the numbers on their back was for OCCC or something. So that's what it's for.
Okay. You're going to have to tell them about that one. Not making too many friends here. Okay, and you just saw Scott. And you just saw Scott Ono open up, get a double for the Lyra Junior Bowling Club. And coming up in the second frame here, we see Glenn Tanaka. Hey, well, this guy's a hot bowler at YLI Bowl right now. Okay, coming off the corner. And it comes a little light, leaves the 2-4-5. So very interesting format here. So each match is going to be a 2-game match. Whoever has the higher total pinfall of the 2 games is the winner, and we'll go on to the championship match. Okay, and guy converts the 2-4-5 spare.
Here we have the veteran of the team.
Veteran of the team, Naomi Martin. She's been on TV before, so she shouldn't be too nervous.
I'd like to thank her for sponsoring our team today.
Tell you what, they got some beautiful shirts. Sponsored, made some shirts for you guys.
I was telling her, you know, we just missed the cut, but at least we look good.
That's the main thing.
It would have been more funny if we challenged them on TV because she's not wearing her hot off the needle shirt and we are.
Okay, and he kind of hooks by the 6-pin, and she's kind of smiling there.
Maybe she has the opening jitters.
Maybe the veteran on the team.
Today, the LJBC team had series of 962, 1051, and 955 for a series of 2968. First match play, they challenged U-Boats, Precision 300, 179 to 132. Second game was 193 to 169, giving them a total of 3340 to qualify them in third position.
Yeah, you just saw Steve Araki just throw a strike on lane 6. Coming up on lane 5 is Larry Hourier.
This guy is very smooth.
Very smooth, veteran bowler. And he comes up with a strike.
I know this guy can string. When I sub Wednesday night, I've seen him stringing some strikes. This guy's tough.
Okay, now on lane 6 for Guy Inoue team, we see Steven Suto. Hey, well, this guy can be tough too here.
This guy is Mr. Consistent. He's probably going to go straight at it. Not too much turn on the ball.
Okay, right in between the first and second arrows, and comes a little high. And leaves a 4-6-7 split.
I believe this is Steven's first time on TV. He gives the ball a lot of loft, kind of like Kevin Achong.
Okay, and takes out the 4-7, and that gives the Guy Inoue team a 57 in the fourth frame.
You know, even though they're opening like that, they're not out of it because there's another game after this.
It's a 2-game match, so you don't want to fall too far behind, but you know, if you do lose the first game, still a possibility of coming on the second game and being able to pull out the pinfall. Okay, here's Wayne Akimoto, and he throws a strike. Tell you what, these guys don't look nervous at all. These are the Leary Junior Bowling Club coaches. And now we got PBA member Guy Inoue. Here right now, his team is trailing by about 30 pins.
Is he still a member of the PBA?
I believe so. Okay, kind of pulls it a little bit. Goes Brooklyn. And doesn't carry the 6-pin. You know, who said the left side was a good side?
Not me. We got a lefty on TV coming up shortly, miles away.
So he's holding up the left side for us here. Okay, and a good spare conversion.
Okay, coming up on lane 5, we have Melvin Ishii. On his bio sheet, he's married. His wife's name is Karen. His kid's name was Melanie, Neil, and Jennifer. He's employed by PwC as a carpenter. Lifetime high average 200, lifetime high game 290, lifetime high series 738. Current league, Momilani Community League and Hickam Invitational League. He's a Leeward Junior Bowling coach. He doesn't list any accomplishments, but I know he has
been
some.
humble.
I'd like to thank his wife Karen and the kids and Lydia Yoshishige.
Okay, with that strike that Mel threw, they extended their lead to 40 pins. So pretty commanding lead right now. Peggy goes Brooklyn and leaves a 5-pin. Okay, they're trailing by 41 pins, and it's important that you don't want to get too far behind, because even though you got the second game coming up, if you're losing, you still want to be able to keep it close.
And these LJBC
Tell you what, you
coaches,
don't want to get behind them, let me tell you.
look at that, they got a turkey up there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did to us. I mean, they threw a couple of doubles here and there, picked up all their spares, and just beat us to death, really.
With this format, that's what it's all about, teamwork. If you get a team that can put it together, and you'll be there.
Okay, Scott Ono coming up, and gets through the nose and leaves only a 7-pin.
Okay, Scott is married. His wife's name is Lynn. He has 3 kids, Terrelyn, Jason, and Jordan. He's a plumber. Current average, 183. Lifetime high game, 250. And he puts down, still working on a 700. I'm sure it's going to come soon. His current league is Momilani Mixed Community. He's also a Leeward Junior Bowling coach.
Good.
And bowling accomplishments, he puts still working on it. He'd like to thank his wife, his family, Leeward Junior Bowling Club, and especially his teammates for voting him up. Also, Jordan, my son, for telling me to change my ball the first game. I'm sorry, the last game.
Oh, so there's something interesting there. The son told the father to make a ball change there.
So who's the coach there?
Okay, Glenn Tanaka coming up, and he leaves a 10-pin. Good hit.
I guess it's not always the parent, the coach, huh?
He's still trailing by 40 pins here. Spare here, they can cut it to 39. Okay, and good pickup there for Glenn Tanaka.
Okay, coming up, we have Naomi Martin. She's married. Her husband's name is James. She has 2 children, Nicole and Jamie. She's the owner of Hot Off the Needle. Current average 178. Lifetime high average 184. Lifetime high game 290. High series 688. 3 times on TV. Currently Town and Country. No bowling accomplishments, but I'm sure she has some also. She'd like to thank her mother for babysitting and her friends. Ray and Eric for cheering her on.
Naomi Martin comes with the strike. Steve Araki now up in the 8th round. He comes back with the strike.
Okay, once again, coming up on lane 5, we have Larry Horie. His wife's name is Mary Lou. He has 4 kids, Lansford, Melissa, Lyle, and Marla. He's employed by Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard. Current average 195, lifetime high average 201, lifetime high game 299, high series 757. Current league Momilani Community. He's a LJBC coach. He'd like to thank his wife Mary Lou, Lydia, who forced him to bowl.
Forced him to bowl.
And his teammates.
Okay, Larry comes a little light, leaves a bucket, the 2-4-5-8. A little bit of a tricky spare here. He's still leading by 29 pins. Okay, and it's starting to hook away, looks like. And just gets it.
No problem for him.
No problem. Okay, so Steven Suto coming up in the 9th frame. And if he strikes here, he can cut the lead down to 19 pins. So it's important to get the leg up here in the 9th frame. He gets it done a little earlier, hooks up, and leaves a 10 pin. Still trailing by 29 pins. So for the first game, the Leeward Junior Bowling Club can go, they're going at a 204 pace, a possible 214. Guy Noy's team can end up with a 185 possible.
Coming up, we have Wayne Akimoto. He's married. His wife's name is Jocelyn. He has one child, Joel. He's the president of Akimoto Painting Company, Inc. Current average 203, lifetime high average 203, lifetime high game 296, lifetime high series he puts down 7 something.
Why? Big strike there for Wayne Akimoto.
Current league is Leeward and Momilani Community League. He'd like to thank his wife Jocelyn, his son Joel for always giving him support, and to the many bowlers who helped him with his game. And he doesn't want to mention any names in case he bowls junks.
Again, Wayne Akimoto gets a double in the 10th. Strike, another strike here will give him a 214.
And he also like to thank Lydia for putting this team together and for his teammates holding him up. I guess when Lydia speaks, everybody listens.
Oh, everybody jumps. When she says jump, everybody says how high. Okay, and goes a little light, leaves a 2-4-5, and so in game number 1 of match 1, here Junior Bowling Club finishes with a 211. See Gainoi coming up here in the 10th frame. If he strikes out here in the 10th, they can finish with a 185.
And they're still not out.
They're still not out. He's still got game number 2 of match 1 coming up here. And Guy hits a strike. So if Guy strikes out here, they'll only trail by 26 pins. So if they can turn around, get a big game in game 2, you think they can still pull out the match here. Big double.
Gets the mixer.
Okay, and a strike here again will give him a 185 and only a 26 pin difference. So count here is still kind of important because you don't want to fall too far behind.
We just gotta wait and see next game.
Okay, and he punches out. So our final score in game 1 of match 1, Lear Junior Bowling Club 211 over Gainoi's team 185. We will be back for game 2 of match 1 after these important messages. Okay, here we are back at Poly Lanes. This is match 1, game number 2. This is the Poly Lanes Team Event Open, sponsored by Poly Lanes. And first shot for Peggy Chan. She crosses over, goes Brooklyn, and gets a strike. Okay, I'll tell you what, interesting format here. I think I heard a lot of the comments were positive. Everybody liked the format. In fact, I had a few people come up to me and say, we should do more of these events here.
Unfortunately, some people have to be turned away.
Yes.
But maybe next time we can hold it at a bigger house.
Some places with more lanes where you can get more teams in. I tell you what, this is a full sellout here. We had 24 teams, 120 bowlers.
I'd like to thank Poly Lanes for hosting us here. They put out a good shot today. Everybody bowled decent.
And hooked it into the sphere and almost went away from the sphere, but.
Okay, today Gainoi's team had series of 1048, 917, and 1001 for a series of 2966. In match play, they challenged the team of August 192 to 190, and 232 to 193, which qualified them with 3390 for second position.
Some good shooting there. Again, Glenn Tanaka comes a little high, leaves a 4 pin.
You know, to shoot a game of 232 in a Baker style,
That's
you know that's clicking.
you got everybody working on all cylinders there. Going for the spare conversion. And Tanaka converts a 4-pin spare. Okay, I'd like to go over the raffle drawings today. We got a bunch of items donated from various sponsors. First of all, we got one 3D offset Blue Hammer bowling ball, one Columbia 2-ball tote bag, and we also have one Pro Tote double ball bag donated by Dan Nakahara of Bowling Concepts. Also have one Brunswick Rhino plastic bowling ball donated by Clara Cheong of Kalihi Bowling Ball Clinic. One pair of Dexter SST4 bowling shoes donated by Team Wildeye. That's Chance, Cy, Dale, and Ryan. One pair of University of Pacific versus UH men's volleyball tickets on April 10th donated by Wes and Eileen Uchida. One 8-ounce bottle of waterless car wash donated by Ed McMichael Jr. One set of reaction ball cleaner donated by Chris Takamatsu of Chris's Pro Shop. We have one umbrella and one cross pen and pencil set donated by Keith Tiani of the Associates Financial Services. 2 bottles of Tour Shine Plus donated by Miles Miyahara of Designer Golf and Bowling Supply. One Hawaiian Air embroidered hat donated by Naomi Nakashima. Also have 2 sets of 3 bowling figurines donated by Naomi Martin of Hot Off the Needle. Also, 1 bowling ball bank, 1 $50 Sprint phone card, and 1 Pro Bowl beach bag, all donated by Bradley and Brian Doy. 1 Barbary Coast embroidered hat donated by Al Lyman of Lyman Travel and Tours. Also, 1 gift certificate for a shampoo, haircut, and style donated by Karen Bunny Mitamura of Simply Hair. And the world famous Hanafuda paws. We got 2 sets of those donated by Glenn Azumi.
I could use some of those prizes.
A lot of prizes to give away here, so a lot of people normally stick around for the raffle drawings. Okay, Naomi Martin, big strike. All tied up here.
Okay, the team of Inouye needs to stay on top of it.
Definitely did. In game number 1, the Leroy Junior Bowling Club won by a score of 211 to 185. So right now, Guy Inouye's team is trailing by 26 pins. Okay, Steven go way outside and gets a break. Look at that.
Blocked or what?
I mean, first that went from staying on the lane to get to the head pin to a strike.
I think he paid the guy off in the back. He had the string on there.
Or had the stick because it fell forward.
Oh. Is he paying you off?
Wasn't paying me off. It wasn't paying me nothing. Okay, Lanford Horia coming up in frame 4. Gets a mixer. So they get the first all-important double here. Okay, so right now, Guy Inouye's team is trailing by 10 pins in this game. And once again, this is game number 2 of match 1. As each team will play a 2-game match. Winner determined by total pinfall for the 2 games. Okay, Guy Inouye just inside the first arrow, goes high and leaves the 4, 6, 7.
Looked like he lost it off his hand.
Might have been a little quick off the hand, and he was also a little further inside than he was playing earlier. Okay, and they gives Guy Inouye's team an 87 in the 5th frame. So, they're behind some sticks right now, so they need to get something going. And on their behalf from their, probably, okay, comes a little high, leaves a 4-7. What I was trying to say is, team of guy, it has to get going, and, I'm not sure they're wishing for any misfortune, but, if Wayne's team, or excuse me, if Lear Junior Bowling Club starts to kind of falter a little bit, his team can still come back and possibly pull out the match. Okay, and converts the 4-7 spare.
Okay, coming up on lane 5, we have Peggy Chan. She's not married. She has 2 children, Wolf and Toby. She's employed by Stadium Bowldrome. Current average 191, lifetime high average 191, lifetime high game 278, lifetime high series 734. She currently bowls in 4 leagues: R&W Mix, Palani Medical, Waialae Women's Handicap, and Kahala Invitational.
Wow.
4 leagues.
4 leagues.
She'd like to thank Bowldrome for letting her come in late today. And also she'd like to thank her teammate for keeping everyone loose. 4 leagues.
That's rough. Okay, Peggy going for the 10-pin conversion. Easily converts it. And we see Mel Ishii coming up in 6th grade. And the team is leading right now by 20 pins in this game here. Okay, swinging it out, gets it back, and carries a 10-pin. Big strike there.
Okay, coming up, we have Glenn Tanaka. Current average 200, lifetime high average 207. He has 2 300 games. Lifetime high series 772, 4 times on TV. He currently bowls in 2 leagues.
I believe it's the AJA and the Hawaii 5, both on Thursday nights at Waialae Bowl.
Okay, bowling accomplishments. He puts down 2 300 games after age 40. This guy doesn't even look like a senior.
I know.
He'd like to thank Roz Okubo for the relaxing massages. Roz is the person who donates the massages
from Peace Within.
He'd like to thank David Kashiwabara for polishing and maintaining the bowling balls.
I tell you what, Dave Kashiwabara, he always comes up to our shops and to our shop, and he always has a bunch of bowling balls, which half of which are Glenn Tanaka stuff. So, okay, spare conversion for Glenn Tanaka.
Well, Glenn has a lot of bowling balls. I'm sure Dave's making some big bucks off of that.
Okay, so see Scott Ono coming up. Their team is leading right now by about 31 pins. Actually, by 21 right now. They can increase their lead. Okay, crosses over Brooklyn, gets a strike.
Are these guys pumped or what?
Yeah, I tell you what, like I said, when we bowled against them in the match play, that's what they did to us. I mean, we started missing spares, and they just turned it up a notch or two, and they just really blew us out the door.
Okay. Looking at Steve Araki. He's not married. His significant other is Winnie He. He has 2 children, James and Noel. He's employed by the state of Hawaii, DOT Harbor Inspector. Current average 187, lifetime high average 198. He has 2 300 games, high series of 760. He currently bowls in HGEA mix and DOT mix.
Okay, and puts by the spare there.
Okay, bowling accomplishment. Steve has 2 300 games and bowling in Hawaii TV Bowling. We'd like to thank Sherry and Derek Takahashi, Wes and Eileen Uchida, and special thanks to Winnie for her support.
Okay, Naomi Martin coming up in the 8th frame. That's a strike, 3-bagger, and I tell you what, this LJBC team, they're hot.
They're setting a good example.
Okay, they got a huge commanding lead, and looks like they're going to go on to meet Bowling Concepts in the championship match.
Okay, here you're looking at Steven Suto. He's not married. He's employed by United Food as a sales rep. Current average 204, lifetime high average 210, lifetime high game 299, lifetime high series 792. Current league AJA seniors at YLI. He bowled junior bowling out of YLI. His bowling coaches was Bones Yamasaki and Doc Apollonia. He has 4 299 games, and he's the 1983 Jamba doubles champion.
Oh, some good accomplishments there for Steven Suto.
You know, when I was bowling the AGA, I swear Steven used to win at least one jackpot a week.
Okay, we see Larry Hourier coming up. LGBC team right now they're going at a 227 pace. The most Guyanois team can get is a 180. So LJBC will go on in our championship match to bowl against Bowling Concepts.
Watch this ball work it.
Okay, leaves a 10 pin. It's all academical here, though. I mean, they can miss and they'll still go into the championship match.
Okay, the next team waiting is a very tough team.
Tough bowlers, including Scott Mitamura.
I think he better win today, because if not, for sure he's going to be in a doghouse.
Well, you know, Scott already has 2 second-place finishes this season, so he's looking to get into the winner's circle again.
Okay, here,
oops, go ahead.
Here you're looking at Guy Inoue. He's married. His wife's name is Charlene. He's employed by First American Long and Malone. Current average 205. Lifetime high average 210. He has won 300 games. Lifetime high series 760. Number of times on TV 7. Current league AJA Senior, Clock and Trophy, and St. Louis alumni. Bowling accomplishment, 16-year PBA member, 1998 OBA team champions. He'd like to thank his wife, Charlene, for her support. Wayne Iwanaga and Jody Yamamoto of TWJ Pro Shop for drilling his equipment. The Hawaii TV Bowling Committee and KWHE TV for airing Hawaii TV bowling.
Okay, Guy Inoue doubling up in the 10th frame, striking the fill ball here will give their team 180. And a total score of 365.
I'm sure if we have this tournament again, this same format, they're going to have the same team. I would not change the team.
I agree. Okay, leaves a 2-pin. Okay, and in game number 2, Guy Inoue's team finishes a 179. And it gives them a 2-game total of 364. And Wayne Akimoto just finishing up here. Basically doing cleanup duties. Okay, crosses over, gets a strike. Tell you what, you know, Bowling Concepts doesn't want to fall asleep here. You're gonna have a tough match on their hands.
Got a tough match on their hands. Like you said, this team, the Leeward Junior Bowling Club team, they're running on all cylinders.
Gets 2 Brooklyns in a row there.
Shall we say the left side's blocked?
Yeah, maybe the carry might be a little better. It's starting to look that way.
Okay, I'm sure he's going to put it in a pocket. This is just for you, Scott.
Okay, he's going over again. Again, leaves just a 3-pin. So our total score for match number 1, Leeward Junior Bowling Club, 446 to Guy Inoue's team, 364. We'll be back for our championship match after these important messages. Okay, to recap the action, in match number 1, we had the team of Leeward Junior Bowling Club, 446, over the team of Guy Inoue, 364. In our championship match, we have the Leary Junior Bowling Club against Bowling Concepts. Once again, welcome back to Poly Lanes for the Poly Lanes team event, sponsored by Poly Lanes. Hi, once again, I'm Scott Sayers, and with me is Troy Miyashiro.
What's happening?
Falling asleep there?
Falling asleep?
Okay, so this is game number 1 of match 2. Nelly Shi opening up. Solid 10-pin.
This guy's been putting them there. Every opening shot, he's put it in the pocket. In the top 6 today, we had the team of Dennis August. Second place, we had Precision 300. Third, we had Bowling Concepts. Fourth, we had the Leeward Junior Bowling coaches. Fifth, we had Guy Inoue. And sixth, we had the crew team captain, Kevin Achong.
In fact, they have to go into a 9th and 10th frame roll-off as they had a tie for 6th place. Okay, Lydia Yoshishige, first look at her. And gets a big strike. Matter of fact, the top qualifying series was a team of was Dennis August team. It's a 31-41. Wow. So that's some shooting. In fact, they had an 11.56 in their last game.
Which knows you folks out.
Knows us out. We shot 11.49.
Wow.
Okay, Scott Ono coming up here. Goes a little high. Leaves the... Oh, and... gets a strike just before the machine hits it.
That's the theory, I guess, huh?
I'd like to mention a tournament here. We got the 11th annual Hawaii's Richest Bowling Tournament to be held on March 15th, and that'll bring to a close our winter season of Hawaii TV bowling. Basically, it's all single elimination match play. Also, the Saturday before the HRBT, which will be March 14th, they'll be holding 2-game sweepers. Yeah, the first one to be held at 1 o'clock and the second one to be held at 3 o'clock. Entry, I believe, was $175. If you want to know any more information, you can give Frank Beach a call at 672-3826.
Are you reserved already?
Not yet. And gets us there. Big conversion there for Edwin Lee.
Well, on Bowling Concept team, we have the house bowlers, Ed Lee, Miles Oye, and Mark Nishimoto. Scott grew up in this bowling alley.
Okay, Naomi Martin coming up a little high, leaves only the 4th pin. And it also took a series of 29.65 to qualify for the top 6, and again, you have to have a 9th and 10th frame roll-off, in which the crew won. Got them into the top 6 before losing to Bowling Concepts.
Covering the spare.
You know, coming up here in frame number 3, we see Mark Nishimoto. He crosses over Brooklyn. And he gets a strike on the good side.
Very interesting match.
I'd also like to mention another tournament, the 1998 Pacific Hawaiian Invitational Bowling Tournament, to be held at the Orleans Bowling Center. Team event will be Thursday, October 15, 1998 at 9 a.m. And the doubles and singles will be Friday, October 16th also at 9 a.m. If you have any information, you can call Meli Lyman, Tournament Director. The phone number there is 596-8817. Okay, now we got coming up here, Tournament Director, Scott Mitamura. He's also a PBA member. Okay, going right up the 5, comes in light. And leaves a 2-4-5.
Carrying some dust on him.
Had a couple of dust spots on his pants there. You see Edmund leave. Dusted it off of him with a towel.
Scott, keep your cobwebs at home.
Yeah, and converts the 2, 4, and 5. Yeah, we're going to have to tease Scott about that. I hope they caught a picture of that on TV. Okay, this is a very fun format here. I mean, like I said earlier, a lot of positive comments came out of this tournament. Okay, Wayne crosses over Brooklyn again. Doesn't strike this time though. Remember in match number 2 of game 1 in the 10th frame, he threw 2 crossover strikes.
2 crossovers.
You know, using up the good side of the lane.
Well, this is a first time shot for us doing this team format. And like you said, good response. I'm sure we're going to have it again.
You know, and like I said, we had the full sellout here, 24 teams. Unfortunately, we had to turn away a few teams. You know, hopefully we'll do it again during the summer and maybe hold it someplace where we can have a little more entries to be able to enter.
Just remember, guys, if we ever hold this tournament again,
get them in early.
Get them in early.
Okay, first look here at Miles Oye. House bowler here, left-hander.
This guy,
big strike.
This guy is all power. Talk about rip the cover off the ball.
Yeah, he doesn't leave nothing in the bag.
I think I'd do that for 3 frames. I'd be tired already.
Okay, Melly Shee, he's in the pocket again. Gets a big mixing strike.
He didn't miss the pocket.
You know, I tell you, we had a couple of neighbor island teams also come down. We had a team from Hilo. And of course, we already see Khalil Chung and Tracy Nakashima here. He also teamed with Mickey Loffmiller, Ron Heinz, and a good friend of mine, Jerry Matas. And we also had Daryl Izumo come. Okay, in bowling concept, Rita Yoshishige gets the first double of the game 1 here.
Well, she's bowling against all her friends.
You know, keep in mind, Lydia put the LJBC team together and basically forced him to bowl.
Well, she's one of the coaches. I'm surprised she's not bowling with them.
Okay, so bowling concepts now, they're up by 10 pins.
Hopefully they can keep it a friendly game. No rivalry.
Yeah.
Like you and I, right?
The soda rivalry.
Soda rivalry.
And Scott picks up a 6-pin. Yeah, basically they're going at a Dutch 200 pace here. And Dutch 200 basically is you spare strike all the way throughout the game.
Okay, today bowling concepts had series of 1032, 1002, and 1044. For a series of 3078 for 3 games. In match play, they challenged the Crew Inc. 212 to 141. second match play, 168. I'm sorry, 201 to 168. And which puts them in first position.
Okay, you just saw Edmund Lee throw a strike in, which gave the Bowling Concepts team a 3-bagger. You know, Martin coming up right over the 5. Comes in high, gets a strike. Strike in the 8th, and they're still going at a Dutch 200 pace.
She never turn around and go, yeah, in your face.
And Mark Nishimoto coming up here. Frame number 8 for Bowling Concepts, working on 3 in a row. Crosses over Brooklyn.
We all know that. He's a house bowler.
Okay, 4 in a row here. Again, they can go off the sheet for 260.
Let's see if Larry can show him the line. If he strikes, he's going to turn around and say, that's how you play it. One thing, we come out here, we all have fun. It's the main thing.
Everybody has fun with each other, has a little side bets going on, especially for Soda, you and I. And Larry Horia, he comes up, leaves a 7-pin. You know, right now the Erie Junior Bowling Club team, they're not quite clicking. They haven't been able to get a double going, haven't been able to get any string going on.
Well, they shot 230 games, so we know they can put it together.
Yeah. Although right now the team of Bowling Concepts are working on 4 in a row. And we're going to see Scott Mitamura come in the 9th frame.
This guy is very versatile.
You know, he can hook it, he can throw it straight. Right now he's standing way to the right, kind of coming off of the corner, a lot of end over and tilt. Then he goes way outside and leaves a washout. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10.
Come on, buddy.
Ken, how would you go and convert this spare tray?
There's many ways you can go at this one. For me, I try to play it from the left-hand side.
Yeah, big spare conversion.
Just like I called it. He didn't want to show us the trick shot where he puts it back in between.
Okay, now Wayne Akimoto, if he strikes out, he can finish with a 210. You know, and they can still keep it pretty close here because the most that Bowling Concepts can go right now is a 235. Again, Wayne gets it in the pocket. Pocket strike.
Getting the mixer.
Getting the mixer. Gets it in the right pocket. Stop the bar in my side there.
He just wanted to show Mark the line.
Okay, coming up a little bit high, gets a trick 4. And a strike here, and the field ball will give him a 210.
With that surface ball, he's getting a good read on the lane.
And what Troy means by a surfaced ball is that it's not a highly polished ball. It's a lightly sanded surface on the ball. Gets the ball to roll a little bit early and kind of cuts down on some of the over-under on the back. And finishes with 3 in a row for a 210.
On the right-hand side.
In the right pocket. The 1-3 pocket. Okay, Miles Oye coming up. Yeah, if they strike out here, they can finish with a 235. We're not going to the 225 pace.
This guy will rip the cover off the ball.
He's not going to leave anything in the bag here. See the concentration. gets it out. Big strike.
He's a house bowler.
And as you can hear, he has the crowd behind him, or at least Jason Purdy behind him.
Jason's behind everybody. He wants everybody to win.
Well, especially if they're left-handed.
Especially left-handed.
So he'll make the most noise for Miles here.
Hey, Jason, righties rule. Joke.
Yeah, now keep in mind here, this is only game number 1 of match 2, so we have one more game after this, and this is a 2-game match. So even though Bowling Concepts will win this game, they still have to bowl another game. Okay, and comes a little high, leaves only the 4-7.
There's Jason.
And there we are. Say hi to all my family in Hilo. Uncle Rod, Auntie Laura, Grandma and Grandpa, Uncle Jeff, Auntie Gail. And they watch every week. Okay, spare conversion. Our final score in game number 1 of match 2, Bowling Concepts, 225, Leary Junior Bowling Club, 210. And we will be back for game number 2 of match 2 after these important messages. Okay, here we are back at Polly Lanes. This is game number 2 of match 2. This is our championship match. And in game number 1, Bowling Concepts 225 over LGBC 210. So this is game number 2. You know, the difference here is 15 pins. Bowling Concepts has a lead here. Oh, almost had a trick shot there. And Lydia opens with a 9 count.
I think if I was to bring my backswing that high, I'd drop the ball on my head.
I'd be in traction for a while if I did that. Okay, here comes Melly Sheen. The first frame crosses over, goes a little high actually. And gets a pretty good break there, leaves only a 10 pin. Yes, now even though Bowling Concepts won game number 1, the difference is only 15 pins. So LJBC, if they put something together here, you know, they could actually pull the match out.
Definitely.
Yeah, once again, this is our championship match here.
This guy coming up. During the break, I was just looking on the wall at all the high scores. Just like every lane, his name is on there.
Got him on 3 and 4. A few other places also. Okay, gets to the Brooklyn, doesn't get the strike though, leaves a 9 pin.
Got 9 and 10, 11 and 12.
So this guy knows how to shoot big scores.
Even their anchorman, Miles Oy.
Oh, he has his name all over the place here. And spare conversion of a 9 pin. Okay, today our winner will receive $409 apiece. Our second place finishers will receive $223 apiece. And our third place finishers will receive $112 apiece. Hey, Scott Owner goes Brooklyn. He's a 5 pin.
See, him being a lefty was testing out the right-hand pocket. So he's making it even.
Yeah, I mean, you know, once in a while we have to try the right-hander's pocket, since a lot of times they always borrow our side of the pocket. Okay, kind of stuck at the line a little bit. That still converts a spare.
He said, no problem.
No problem. In fact, he was probably asking, oh, was anybody worried?
He said, no doubt about it.
Okay, comes up high, leaves just a 6 pin now.
Mark's game never changed from time, way back from winter bowl. It's just hard and straight. Still throws the same way.
Right now, the Lear Junior Bowling Club is leading by 11 pins.
Once again, I'd like to thank Naomi for sponsoring our team today. She's on TV, we're not.
Okay, crosses over and she leads a 9 pin. Lead goes down to 10 pins now.
Look at her shoes. Just like Wendy McPherson O'Connell's. Lynn's high top.
Uh-huh. And no problem on the spare there. And we see Scott Nitamura coming up now in lane 5. You can kind of get a look of our TV audience back behind Scott. Okay, comes up Brooklyn, and he gets a Brooklyn strike. So far in the first 4 frames, only Lydia Yoshishige was on the right side of the head pin. Everybody else has been on the left.
Well, like Jason said just now, right on lefty. Jason was the guy who brought it up. Lefties rule.
I concur.
And he was ruling for a while.
Sure was. Okay, Larry Horia going way outside, and leaves a 2, 4, and 5.
You look at the packs here, you see Jason's name all over the place too. He's the bomb over here. 300, 299, 710 split. Still a close match.
Okay, almost chops it, but converts a 2, 4, 5 spare.
LJBC needs to start striking here.
Definitely.
Remember, they're down about, 15 pins?
Actually, right now they're down about 3 pins.
From the first game?
Oh, yeah, from the first game, yeah, 15 pins.
So in order for them to win, they need to start striking.
Okay, and Bowling Concepts gets the first double of the game. Right now got a 3-pin lead. I'd like to remind everybody that next week is our Bridesmaid and our Tournament of Champions tournament. Have the Bridesmaid qualifying in the morning and the Tournament of Champions in the afternoon.
Last year, the field was tougher in the Bridesmaids than it was in the Tournament of Champions, man.
In the Bridesmaids, all the bowlers that finished second during the season on Hawaii TV Bowling. And it's basically the last chance to get into the Tournament of Champions.
And that's also past champions who
haven't qualified.
Got bumped out. Okay, coming up on lane 5, we have Lydia Yoshishige. She's married. Her husband's name is David Sr. She has 3 kids, David Jr., Dusty, and Dee Dee. She's employed by Foster Equipment. Current average 186, lifetime high average 202, lifetime high gain 269, lifetime high series 747, and she has 2 doubles title. Current league is Westside Hawaiians and Momilani Community. Bowling accomplishments, she bowled in the U.S. Open in 1986, won TV doubles with Glenn Azumi, 1994 doubles event city tournament with Jerry Sakota. She'd like to thank her husband Dave, son Dusty, Davey and Jacine, especially to her grandson Bradley for all the hugs and kisses. Also daughter Dee Dee, son-in-law Ryan, and new grandson Brian. And she'd like to thank all the Hawaii TV crew for working so hard and try to please everyone.
Yeah, that's a mouthful there. Okay, Melody Shi comes up, gets a strike.
Coming up on lane 5, we have Edmund Lee. He's married. His wife's name is Natalie. 2 children, Deborah and Norman. Current average 198, lifetime high average 210, 1/300 game, lifetime high series 774, 6 times on TV. He'd like to thank Dan Nakahara, Mark Nishimoto from Bowling Concepts.
Getting a big strike for Edmund Lee.
And he'd like to thank his loving and supporting wife who has done everything for him. And he'd like to thank his camaraderies for keeping his bowling fire alive.
Tell you what, that fire's lit though.
You know, Ed is a tough bowler. I remember when I won my title, I challenged Ed. And after the match, I told him, Ed, thanks for giving me a break.
Okay, you just see Scott Ono sliding by the hit pin. He leads the 1-3-9. They're trailing here by about 2 pins. The spare conversion here. Nicely covered.
Some problems in lane 5.
Some mechanical problems on lane 5. I'm not sure if it's a ball return problem or maybe a pin stuck somewhere.
Yeah, it's got a pin stuck near the 10-pin area.
You know, getting back to the Tournament of Champions that we'll be having next week. The bridesmaid tournament in the morning, and then the winner of the bridesmaid will go on into the afternoon to bowl the Tournament of Champions. And these are only past champions for the season. Excuse me, current champions for the season. So we'll definitely have some good bowling there.
Definitely.
A smaller field, but very competitive. You know, like I keep telling people, one day I'll get there. But then I have to get on TV first.
You do get on TV every week.
Oh yeah, but
be on the mic.
Yeah, but I need to get in front of the mic where I'm on the bowling lane. Okay. Mark Nishimoto coming up light, leaves a 2-pin.
Same here, just like me. Gotta get back in that Tournament of Champions. Okay, Mark Nishimoto. He's employed by Better Brands Limited. Current average 194, lifetime high average 207, lifetime high gain 288, lifetime high gain 760. I'm sorry, lifetime high series 769. Current league, Windward Friday nights here at Poly. Bowling accomplishments, bowled in his first ABC tournament in Reno, the National Bowling Stadium. He'd like to thank Dan Nakahara of Bowling Concepts.
Okay, now Martin going Brooklyn carries a Brooklyn strike there, and lead is, they still trail by only 2 pins.
Okay, this guy has a list that goes on forever.
Okay, so let's keep it short.
Scott is married. His wife's name is Karen. He's employed by Foster Botanical Garden as an orchid specialist. Current average 200, lifetime high average 221, 6 300 games, 4 800 series, lifetime high series 832, 56 times on TV, 8 TV titles. Currently, AJA seniors, gold out of Polly Lanes, 15 years PBA member. He has 1 PBA title, which is at Leeward Regionals. Boys richest bowling champ 1993, tournament of champions 1994, states all events champ 1989. And he'd like to thank his wife. He'd like to thank Dan Nakahara of Bowling Concepts, all the sponsors, and to everyone else. The list goes on.
Bunch of thank yous and acknowledgments there. Okay, Larry Horia coming up, goes way out, comes back high, leaves a 4-pin.
You know, for Scott's bio, maybe if we had 1 hour on TV just to read his bios, then we'll get through it, I think.
Okay, so now the LJBC still trails by 2 pins with a spare here. In the 9th frame, they can punch out for a 191. Bowling Concepts right now going at a 183 pace, so we're going down into the 10th frame again. And once again, the score in game 1 of this match was 225 to 210. Bowling Concepts over Leeward Junior Bowling Club.
Okay, coming up, we have Miles Oye. He's married. Wife's name is Laren. 2 children, Michael and Ren. Currently employed by ABC Stores. He doesn't have a current average. He's not bowling. Lifetime high average 228. I'm sure he has numerous of 300 games. Lifetime high series 792, 8 times on TV, 2 titles. Bowling accomplishments, city champions. Let's see, team singles and doubles, all events. He'd like to thank Dan Nakahara of Bowling Concept. I'd like to thank Larry, Michael, and Ren supporting him in his bowling.
Okay, and big strike there, and basically that puts the match out of reach as Bowling Concepts will win our inaugural team event.
Well, Dan's a big sponsor of Hawaii TV Bowling, and I'd like to say congratulations to him for putting this team together.
Okay, so we have 5 winners here.
So, Scott, now you can relax. You won a title already. No second.
Okay, and with that strike there, that puts Bowling Concepts in the 200s. Strike here will give them a 203.
Well, Ed Lee gave me a chance to win my title. I'd like to say congratulations to Ed for winning his first title.
And very, very good showing for the Leeward Junior Bowling Club.
Yeah, they came from 3rd seed.
And worked their way up, and tell you what, they're tough. If we have this event again, hopefully we'll have it in the summer again. I'm sure they'll keep the same team together. Maybe this time Lydia won't have to force them to bowl. Maybe now that they've been on TV, they've been successful as a team. They'll just pick it up and say, hey, you know what? We'll take care of this.
Now we got to get Lydia to win a title in the singles.
That's right. She has a doubles title. Now she has a team title.
We're having some technical difficulties again. Okay, back to the action.
Okay, punches out for a 203. Their 2-game total, 428. And Wayne Akimoto is just going to basically go through the motions, get out of the way here. Once again, congratulations to Bowling Concepts for winning the first ever team event in Hawaii TV Bowling.
Well, I guess Mitamura is going to be passing out the trophies and giving it to himself.
Okay, and with a miss there, game number 2, they finished at 168, giving them a 2-game total of 378. So our final score, Bowling Concepts 428, Leary Junior Bowling Club 378. We'll be back with the trophy presentation right after these important messages.
Okay, where do you guys keep it inside now?
Okay, here we are back at Poly Lanes for our spinoff. But before we get started, I'd like to make a presentation to the Hiley family. And this is brother Bobby here. And I just want to present the banner of Wells Hiley, the late brother of Bobby. And I want to just present it to the Hiley family on behalf of Hawaii TV Bowling. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, sir. Okay, now we got some raffles. And, you know, my teammates ran away, so we got Ed Lee here. We got our super senior here. Let's start out with the Pogs. Okay, gang, we'll give away Glenn Azumi's Pogs. How about Rolene Tanabe? Rolene Tanabe.
Arlene.
Oh, Arlene. Arlene. Okay, she's coming. Okay, we got another set of Pogs. Glenn Azumi's Pogs. Richard Tsukayama. About Richard. Come on, Richard. Okay, how about Tourshine Plus? It's a bowling ball cleaner, brand new one, donated by Miles Miyahara of Designer Golf and Bowling Supply. Ed Acosta. Ed Acosta. Come on, Ed. Come on, Eddie. Can shine up your bowling ball now. How about this bank? Bowling ball bank, donated by Brian and Bradley Doy. Hey, Jason Purdy wants that bank. Watch out, gang.
Oh, it's a blank.
No name. How about Take, Iha? I know they're here. Come on. They've been coming out every week to watch the show. We got this beautiful quill pen and pencil set donated by Keith Yanni of the Associates. Quill pen and pencil set. Lydia, come on, Lydia. How about this Reaction Plus? Bowling ball cleaners. One for dull ball, one for shiny. Donated by Chris Takamatsu of Chris's Pro Shop. This is good stuff. Karen Mitamura. She got the trophy and the money already. How about these beautiful bowling figurines donated by Naomi Martin of Hot Off the Needle? Bowling figurines. Michi, where's Michi? Come on, Michi. There she comes. Okay, we'll give her some time to get down. Okay, how about this beautiful hat? Barbary Coast hat, donated by Al Lyman of Lyman Travel and Tours. Okay, Barbary Coast hat. Bunny Mitamura. I don't know, the old lady's winning stuff now. How about an umbrella donated by Keithiani of the Associates? Umbrella. A lot of names in here today. How about Lynn Ono? Where's Lynn? I know Lynn's here. Come on, Lynn. You got the umbrella. That's in case it rains because I won. Okay, Tourshine Plus. Another Tourshine Plus donated by Miles Miyahara. Designer Golf and Bowling Supply. Dave Yoshishige. Come on, Dave. You got the Tourshine. How about this beautiful embroidered Hawaiian Air hat? Donated by Naomi Nakashima. How about Mel Ishii? Come on, Mel. You got the hat. Okay, who needs a haircut? Shampoo haircut donated by Karen Mitamura, Simply Hair. Shampoo haircut. Donated by Karen Mitamura, Simply Hair in Kailua. How about Bobby Hiley? Where's Bobby? Come on, Bobby. Get a haircut now. We got another set of figurines. These are the little bowling figurines donated by Naomi Martin. Okay, set of figurines. Lefties rule. How about this bottle of waterless car wash donated by Ed McMichael Jr.? This bottle's worth $20. Waterless car wash. I don't mind winning that. Okay, redo. Lefties again. Come on, lefties rule. How about this Pros Tote 2-ball bag? Pros Tote. This is donated by Dan Nakahara of Bowling Concepts. Eddie Wassman. Eddie Wassman. Come on, there's Eddie. Come on. You got the bag. Okay, we got another bag. We got a beautiful purple Columbia 2-ball tote bag. Columbia bag, donated by Dan Nakahara of Bowling Concepts, here at Poly Lanes. Richard Tsukayama, come on, you got the bag. 2-ball bag. Nice bag. I want this. This is a Sprint phone card. A phone card, $50. Donated by Brian and Bradley Dorr. $50 Sprint phone card. Who's this? W. Akimoto. Wayne. Akimoto, come on. Second place winner. Come on. You got the phone card. All right, you got the phone card. Okay, how about UH men's volleyball tickets? Hawaii versus UOP. Men's volleyball. This is donated by Wes and Eileen Uchida. Carol Wright Is Carol still here? Come on, Carol. She's been here all day. Come on, Carol. You got the UH men's volleyball tickets. How about the bowling shoes? We got Dexter SST4 bowling shoes. Okay, this is donated by Team Wiley. How about Mary Lou? Horie, come on. She got the bowling shoes. All right. Dexter SST4 shoes. Okay, we got 2 bowling balls left. Let's start out with this beautiful blue Rhino. Brunswick Rhino, it's a plastic ball donated by Clara Cheong of Kalihi Bowling Ball Clinic. Blue Rhino. I don't know how much he bought. He won a bag, so he got the ball for the bag. Richard Tsukayama, come on, Richard. You got the Rhino ball. Okay, we got one more prize. One more prize. I'll spin it backwards. I'll spin it forward. This is the Vibrant Blue 3D Offset Hammer. Donated by Dan Nakahara of Bowling Concepts. Okay, 3D Offset Hammer. Okay, Ed. Lefties rule. Now he's happy. Now we can shut him up. All right, gang. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, next week is going to be over at Pearl Harbor Bowling Center for our Tournament of Champions. We'll see you next week at Pearl Harbor.